because I got a problem with the Morgan lady that I need to get.
Oh, you need a ride?
No, Bill Curtis. You all right? Enjoy yourself. Bill
Okay.
Curtis is going to take you. Thank
Okay,
you.
sir. All right, see you in a minute.
And let me know when we come back how soon they're in. Maybe we want to have some kind of celebratory thing to
To Rose
put
in
the
her
flower.
hand?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll wait for you, no problem. Yes. You know, I don't say something. Young Jalo want to give a speech. Yeah, man, blessing, Elder.
Thank you. That was beautiful, Brother Jack. Can everybody hear me? I'm addressing you all this afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Ramadan Mubarak to the brothers and sisters Muslim. Happy Easter to our Christian brothers and sisters. And happy Purim to our Hebrews. Wishing you all a beautiful day on this Billy Holiday birthday. Our ancestors bled and died in order to vote. And all we have to do is register. Today I have registration forms for all those who are not registered to vote. If you would like to become a registrar, in other words, register some of your family members, I also have that form for you there today. So God bless and keep, and a little bit later on I'm reading this word from my sister.
Want to mention Sister Mimi, what she has said to those of us, of course she's preaching to the choir, the people here are aware, we already know, however.
Mic turned off. Mic turned off.
Brother Earl.
Yeah, Sister Mimi, what she has said, what she has said is probably the most important thing you'll hear this whole week, this whole month until November. People have to organize. They have to unify. One city council person said at a meeting, I can't remember which meeting, I had attended so many over the years, she said, look, there are two sides of the street. One side votes, the other side does not. Which side gets the trash picked up? This is the way things will work. We have so many problems, not only as a people, but as a country. We know what they are as a community. But voting, as Madeline Murphy said, Billy Murphy's mother said, people talk about revolution, they don't even vote. Hello. Please register your forms. What she has said, please support what she's doing. Okay? It all comes down to power. Whether you're talking about Warren Mosby or some other issue, it comes down to power. Thank you. Please.
And true revolution, brothers and sisters, is changing our society so that the systems work for the people. And that is the job.
Still here with you, my people. Rasfire is still here with you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, my people.
I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Ronald Miles. And what I'd like to do is update you on the Cheap Rat Memorial Recreation Center. Many people in this country, and right even here in Baltimore, does not know that is the only recreation center in the country that was built not only by black folk, but renowned black folk. In February of 1940, you had Joe Louis, Ella Fitzgerald, Jackie Mosley, Duke Ellington, Louis Armstrong, who came to the Royal Theater in order to raise money to build a facility for black kids in Baltimore. This was an event that based on Chick Webb, although he's Baltimore, he was Baltimorean, and he was responsible for the career of our great Ella Fitzgerald. But what Chick Webb did was, he had done quite a bit of fundraising in New York, but on his deathbed, he wanted to bring something back to Baltimore. And the result of that was the Chick Webb Memorial Recreation Center that's located there in the 600 block of Eden Street. Many of you may not know that it was threatened for demolition, just as we do our urban development. But again, a group came together and we preserved it, and now it's under construction at over $20 million. It's will be construction over the next 2 years. But the work don't stop there, because I'm now working on the exhibition. The exhibition is going to be telling the story of the development of the Chick Webb Center as it served the black community. I tell you, many people don't know that it was on Chick Webb deathbed, and it was Dr. Ralph Jonathan Young who took on the mission of Chick Webb to bring in those talented people. 5th Regiment Army, February 12, 1940. 7,500 people filled the Royal Theater. The tickets was $1.15. But let me tell you more about our black history. Because the war broke out, and the Recreation Committee that was headed up by Dr. Young put the money in war bonds. They then came back out and finished raising the money when the city of Baltimore and the YMCA said we didn't have the capability of putting a black rec or facility for black kids. You know, Drew Hill Park, Passing Park, Clifton Park, all those, they weren't desegregated until 1954. So again, this is a story that we need to know east and west. We are in a silo that we do not encompass the black history of Baltimore. So this is our opportunity. Now I'm working with the Department of Rec, and we always talk about telling the story. So we're about to do an interior exhibition. I'm fighting them now because the draft that I seen they want to put up is not telling our story. So I'm making some corrections to that. And again, I need the community to push back on what they're proposing right now, because we didn't play basketball and went to the joint with the Ren's basketball team in New York. You see, we didn't do that at that center. But again, they got that story in there. They got all this stuff in there about New York, but they don't talk about the foundation of Baltimore. And not only did Chick Webb play here at the Royal Theater, they don't even have in there some of the other venues that he played here in Baltimore. So again, I won't elaborate any much more, but this is what I've been working on for the last 8 years. And the idea is to bridge both east and west so we can encompass all of black Baltimore history. So I was 59 years old.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, brother, man.
I learned that Chick Webb said, I want a place to deter youth from juvenile delinquency for them to become good citizens. I was 59. I had to tell the city that I learned to swim at Chick Webb at 9 years old. Not only did I swim there, I became a lifeguard, helped me pay my way through school, and take care of my family. I said, I am an element of that facility. And there's so many more. So That's the story we need to be telling that should go in that exhibit in the inside. And Dr. Young stated, he said, we're going to show Chick Webb that we are united as a people, that we ain't begging no more. I want them to put that right above Dr. Young's picture and let them know that we ain't begging no more. So, again, my name is Ronald Miles. I'm happy to talk to anybody. Everybody.
Yes, brother man. Inspiring.
My father, I just want to say that Dr. Young, Ralph Jonathan Young, is one of my doctors. And he was colleague with my father and so many other folk. They worked together for 9 years together to plan all this about him. What many people don't know is at the inauguration of the Chick Webb, which was in 48-49, they had two mayors, one the present mayor and one ex-mayor on the stage, and they got into an argument. So one mayor said to the other, one was a Republican, the Calvin, and the other mayor was the Senator, and one of the mayors took him up there dedicating the Senate. So one of the mayors says, when you were mayor, you didn't do anything, and when the other mayor said, you didn't do a D thing either when you were mayor. But there was a lot of interesting history about how all these black men, not only Dr. Young, but Dr. Young's brother, John Murphy of the aver, and several men came together to work with us.
So good afternoon, everybody. So everybody gotta say good afternoon real loud. We got a sunny day. We celebrated our iconic, abused, domestic violence, traumatized sister. She was all of those. When I talk about Billie Holiday, I make sure that I emphasize she did her best work under the traumatization of her lifestyle from the age of 7 years old, where she was put in a Catholic sanctuary and left in a room with a dead body for 24 hours to punish her for standing in the alley watching elder men shoot dice, which was a part of her lifestyle in Baltimore City. I made a commitment to my partner and my friend James Earl Reed that if he left before me and I could still stand, I'm going to stand and tell his story. Because it took 6 women, 6 models for James and Cass to come up with Billie. 6 women. I've always set an altar up because we always closing our black library. Ronald Miles just talked to you about the closing of our black library. Today I brought some historic archival, which I do, that belong to me. So on the altar, a collective album that has every song that Billie Holiday wrote and sung. And the first song she sung, she was 13 years old, and she sung my mama's daddy's voices. First song she recorded. Next to this altar is a collectible book by James Earl Reed. This is the only monument of Billie Holiday in the entire world. I think that is. We drive past here, the schools don't do tours here, the community don't do lunches here, and this is the only one in the world. James Earl Reed, Fort Baltimore City, from 1984. When they took his monument to study, as you can see on that picture, on a city block, refused to let him put his signature had the hanging man baby upside down. I know this, y'all might not know. The baby hanging upside down is James Earl Reed's grandson. How about that? Personal story. On the other side of the monument is the hanging man. James wanted people to understand why Billy used drugs, because she rode through the South on a bus with white band members. And she sat on that bus as a black woman and looked and smelled the carcasses of our black brothers hanging in the fields. So y'all better know Strange Fruit was written by the gentleman who was Jewish. And he got Billie Holiday to sing it in Carnegie Hall because they were thrown out of Madison Square Garden. And since Billie Holiday was in such controversy around the country, he gave her Strange Fruit to sing. So if she gets thrown out, it wouldn't matter. But not only did she throw it out, she stabilized it, she represented it, and she locked it in. Locked it in. Billie Holiday did a very rare interview. I do have the interview in 1947 where she told the world that she wrote over 2,000 songs. When she passed, she had the largest funeral in history for back then. 3,000 people attended her funeral. She died with 70 cents in her account. Here is called The Legacy. James was honored by the sculptors who taught him the sculpture. It's only 2 of these books left. I had James's, and the gentleman who wrote the book has his. So when James passed, the family came up and they was amazed. They'd never heard the book, never seen the book. I have other artifacts that James gave me. And during her anniversary year, the centennial, me and James went to every event in Baltimore City representing Billie Holiday. So in the documentary that is being done, we will keep this on the download today. I can't get the university's name, but I am making a movie in Baltimore City. We just did the first official taping in Baltimore County at Gunpowder State Park, my home ground, and I stood on the pier that my father built in that waterway in 1950 when no black people was allowed on the water. We are honoring iconic women. Women, I want you to understand, domestic violence should never be covered up. Billie Holiday came on the stage confused, beside herself, but she sang her life story. I don't like the movie that they made about her, because they put the drug intoxication first, but they should have put the iconicness of this beautiful sister who said, "When I'm gone, please don't talk about me when I'm gone." So we decided not to negatively talk about her. We are going to talk about her in faith and glory. So the woman got to back the sister out and tell that black sister's story. So this is some glory. So I'm going to leave y'all with just a little thing. Did y'all know that she wrote over 200 songs? Just like Aretha Franklin, just like Whitney Houston, and the white media took possession of their story. Motown was owned really by Universal Studios. Although they made very good, he looked very good. So let's, as a community, start having church picnics in this plaza. Let's start. I'm going to do a women's event. Yvette, Mother Earth, where you at? Mother Earth and myself, we are starting women tours around Baltimore. Mother Earth, I think we're going to do a women's tour right here. How about that? So I want y'all to know. Storytellers can't leave. Let's watch me. And I follow that wind that keep blowing. Cause it always blows in my right ear and it bounces through to my left ear and it leads somebody's story. So if you know the process of calling the name beliy, we can veto to try just to call out real quickly somebody's story. But when you get the opportunity to stand on some faith and some glory and more of their story, somebody ought to stand up and praise everybody else's glory. I'm not here for me. You are not here for us. We're here for Billie Holiday. So they say she was born in Baltimore, but the books say Eleanor Fagan has a birth certificate that belongs in Pennsylvania. But because she lived in so many places, I had the obituary of Geneva Turner. Geneva Turner was one of the first black-owned seamstress in Baltimore City, and we are sure that she sold Billie Holiday's clothes. So I just want everybody today, the young people standing over there, if y'all don't know anything about Billie Holiday, just know that when you go in the library, she is the only statue of an iconic sister standing so high she's touching the sky. So if y'all want the wind to just keep blowing, and that old river to just keep flowing, just keep remembering to throw out black women's grace and glory and keep telling their story. I'm Grandmother Edna. I just want to thank the Most High for allowing me to come back, because I will return if I can. And every year we're going to tell Billie Holiday, Eleanor Fagan, and she is inducted in the Maryland Women Heritage Center. Sisters don't go there because they think it's a white museum. But she is inducted in the museum, and I'm up here a little long because she's that important. So I get so tired of those 5-minute stories of the black people that gave their life up for our children not to know they exist. They're taking their books out to schools. Ain't nobody fighting for that. They got a Jim Crow mirror in Lexington Market, and everybody's good with that. Everybody's good with that. But I'm going to tell you as a fact, I'm going to stand up and fight till I break my back. Because they say a woman should bend and not break, but life will give you things you have to take. Billie Holiday is true to that, and that's a fact, and that's where I'm going to leave it at. Thank you.
Bless, Mama, bless.
So I was asked to explain the mirror in Lexington Market. So you know Lexington Market was one of the largest slave stations in Baltimore City. They have a mural hanging in Lexington Market that a young black artist painted, and it represents the Jim Crow period. So you know what Jim Crow was. The blackface, the singing and dancing, the minstrels on the riverboats in New Orleans, the white men black in their face and white in their lips, and the black men black in their face and white in their lips. So I just want to ask all of you next week to go in Lexington Market, and see if y'all can get a lesson in Jim Crow-ism, because y'all all a part of it, and that's a fact.
That's one thing people don't know. Remember equality, members of our organization, one is saxophone writer. And so Williams, thank you for being in the music that you're providing for us. The thing of it is, people don't know, under the market are catacomb tunnels. And one lady that was an organization was Carsten, anyway, when she was a little girl, her mother took her through the tunnel from that area on over to East Baltimore. See, under Baltimore City, in other words, there are interconnecting tunnels. They don't talk about that. And they don't talk about the slave situation in Mexican market. Mexican market was a hub for selling slaves. That's what business people want to eat, you see. And they don't tell that story. That's a Daki Napata.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very quick because I want to hear what my sister here has to say. I had the opportunity to live with Jim Reed about 10 years on Hatton. And it's interesting how when someone's gone, we have a tendency to act as if we understood him well and knew him well and can speak for him in spite of him not being there. And one of the things about a struggling artist, this statue was designed by Miss Nina Boone from Upton. She was good friends with Mayor Schaefer. Unfortunately, they tore down the Royal Theater, but they did New Willow Street and all that. And she was in dialogue with doing a statue of Billy Lyle. So Jim Reed designed it, and what you see presently is part of the statue. But Mayor William Donald Schaefer did not want this baby coming out of the womb. He didn't want the lynching scene on the back. And so for years, the statue started down here. All this was not there. And for years, we demonstrated and protested to have the statue completed. And eventually, it was completed. Jim Reed spent his own money to buy this granite stone. He tried to get some stone from Brazil and Italian mob tried to rob, so he refused to be caught up in that hustle. So he spent his own money. The reliefs that are on here, I'm blessed to work with him to help do those reliefs when his ceiling was flooded. So he's kept some buckets of water, even as we were pouring the plastic reliefs. I think it's important to realize that Jim Reed sued housing relief of Mitch Snyder in D.C. He did the Third World America, where he did a nativity scene of a black homeless family. And the manger was a shopping cart, and it was on the eclipse of the White House. They decided they wanted to make models of that and sell it. Jim Reed said, no, I own the copyright because I'm the artist. They took it all the way to the Supreme Court, and they won. It basically says that if you're employed by the contractor, it's their copyright. But if you are for hire, then it's yours. So that civil rights case, that Supreme Court case, affects everything that's created, from computer design to statues to art, you name it. He impacted all of that with that suit. And the lawyers for the arts are very much a part of that. I also want to thank Regina Holmes, who was the managing editor at the Baltimore Observer, who did a story on the statue not being complete. And it was Stephanie Rawlins Blake. We have to give her credit. We went after her, she's president of the city council at the time, that appropriated money to get it completed. So I just wanted to say that, and in interpretation, he put the statue facing this way with her hand here to deal with an apex note. His business was called the Grand Vision. The baby on the front has an umbilical cord that is connected to the rope on the back. This is the alpha of life, he said. The baby coming into the world, gets fistballed up. The first thing he experiences is violence. On the back there, that umbilical cord is connected to the rope, the lynching of that black man. So he wanted to make that clear. He also dedicated it to the inauguration of Barack Obama and also the anniversary of the NAACP. So I just wanted to mention that because as his legacy continues, he worked with one of my professors at Morgan, Dr. James Lewis, who did the Frederick Douglass statue on Morgan's campus, and he also worked with Dr. Lewis to do the Black Soldier that's in front of City Hall. So he did Martin Luther King in the National Cathedral. He was trying to get the commission for the Martin Luther King Monument in Washington, the big one, but they gave it to a Chinese person, and so he didn't get that. But thank you very much, and I'm sure he's happy about this occasion.
Thank you. I just want to mention that the late Reverend Vernon Dobson and Harold Dobson, they are legendary in the country. They were also known throughout the world. People don't know about that. But here's the point. Harold Dobson Sr. said, greatness is not what man says. You see, just because a man hits home runs one year and he's great, or hits a golf ball, or basketball, hoops, or whatever, track, break records, whatever, medicine, science, someone else is going to break it and break it again. That's not greatness. Greatness, he says, is how far you stoop in relation to how tall you are. Billie Holiday, people missed this point. She was great. She didn't have to sing Strange Fruit in the face of white folks who were paying to hear her, but she carried the burden with her. By the way, she was taken out. There's a documentary on Billie Holiday. Okay? The government actually took her out. She was already sick. But that's another story. So read up for a minute. So Billie Holiday was great. She stood up for her people. But in many cases, when we have people who stand up for our people, what happens? They're left hanging in the wind. There's a gentleman here who's going to talk about Marilyn Monroe. Is he here? Did he leave? Okay, who's next?
Good man, Mo.
So this is the Supreme Court document that James Earl Reed took all the way to the Supreme Court. He gave it to me for a keepsake. So an attorney, Leslie is also an attorney. He's a Part 5 drummer, and he worked on the final draft of this Supreme Court case that James Earl Reed won. I just want to officiate this and let it be known. And that's that.
Hello, everybody. I'm glad y'all are here to support this great effort for this great lady. Now, this is what I'm about to say is very apropos because Billie Holiday had a song called Strange Fruit. Now, with the case of Marilyn Mosby, that's what's known as a high-tech lynching. All right? So this is quite appropriate that I'm standing in front of Billie Holiday statue, and it's an honor, and I thank Brother Duggan for giving me this platform. Okay, as you know, Marilyn Mosby is facing 30 years in jail, possibly. After 30 years in jail, she's had a trial that was a sham trial by a judge who, this was her first case she ruled on. Never ruled on anything in her life. Okay, a black judge
This is what they do to us. If you ever saw Roots, the guy that was whipping Kunta Kinte was not the white man, it was a black man. And the white man says, what's your name? Okay, so basically, they use black judges to do these type of things, like in the Freddie Gay case where the black judge, Barry Williams, turned down the sound to the tape. All right? So basically, they found her guilty of manipulating her own money. However, the case was very shady. She's a victim of what's called selective prosecution, which is against Justice Department policy. It's against Justice Department guidelines. And by the way, if anybody hasn't got one of these flyers, it explains what's wrong with that trial that you're not going to get in the regular media. The mainstream media is also crucifying her. All right? The stuff you hear on the news, I sat in that court. It was a total different story when I got home.
What's up,
they only talked about the side of the prosecution. Never talked about the defense. That stuff you're hearing on Fox News and in The Sun, which is owned by the same white billionaire, Sinclair Broadcasting. And as Malcolm X said, the media can take the innocent and make them guilty, and the guilty and make them innocent. Malcolm also said that the media, if you're not careful, will have you loving your oppressor and hating the oppressed. And that's what's happening with Marilyn Mosley. We got black people running right here talking about she shouldn't have did it. Go to the website on here, and we have 2 black lawyers that analyze that case, and they will tell you that she was wrongly convicted. Just like the 13 men that Marilyn Mosley exonerated. Marilyn Mosley exonerated 13 men. 13 men that were in jail rotting for up to 300 years. People knew they were innocent, let them stay there. She found out about it and said, no, they ain't staying there, you're free. I attended a rally, one of those young men came up. He wasn't young, he was already did like 25 years in jail. And he was built like Mike Tyson, crying like a baby on stage, saying, Marilyn Mosley saved my life. All right? It's all right when it's happening to somebody else, right? We don't care about them people right in that jail that ain't done nothing. We don't care about them, right? They ain't us. Okay. The other thing she did, y'all think it was about the Freddie Gray, the other thing is about the Freddie Gray cops, right? They got away. Marilyn Mosley successfully prosecuted 33 police officers, successfully. All right? And when you do that to the FOP, they got a problem with you. So as a result, she got death threats. The FOP kept bringing up all these frivolous charges. She has spent $500,000 on legal fees for frivolous nonsense, fighting, against frivolous charges by the FOP. But the FBI finally found something that's thick. You got to remember, the FOP is a very strong union. They got connections throughout this country. You got FBI agents who be police officers. So don't be fooled by the nonsense. Okay, they could find absolutely no corruption in their office, none. Zero. So what they did was they spent $32 million going through her personal business for the last 6 years. And they finally found something they think would stick. Now, she's confident that's going to be overturned on appeal because it was so flimsy in the court. If you have to sit there and saw that nonsense, the word kangaroo court comes to mind. So, but here's the thing. While she's waiting for that appeal, the judge can decide to put her in jail. Now, the government doesn't spend so much money, too much money, trying to put her in jail. $32 million, look into your personal business, not to put you in jail. They question their children's dance instructors. Why would they do that? Why would the FBI question your children's dance instructors? The FBI came to her friends' houses at 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning, questioned them in their homes. Why would the FBI do that? You know what I'm saying? What does that got to do with you being a state's attorney in Maryland? No, they mad about the 33 crooked cops that were selling dope and committing robberies in our community and being a part of drug gangs. They want that stuff to go on. What she did was she challenged the status quo and said this stuff ain't gonna go no more. So they said, okay, all right. And anybody got any sense knows that, yeah, if you commit a crime, yeah, you need to go to jail. But anybody with any daggone sense knows that with the war on drugs and mass incarceration, that the criminal justice system has been tooled. According to Michelle Alexander, who wrote the new Jim Crow, the criminal justice system has been the main tool of social control for black people since slavery. Before that, it was slavery. But if you look at the 13th Amendment says, slavery and involuntary servitude is prohibited in the United States, except as punishment for a crime. So right after slaves were freed, 1/5 of them were locked up on flimsy charges and put in jail. They worked on plantations, mines, and they worked them to death because they didn't own them anymore. Okay, we don't know that history because they don't teach it in school. They don't teach that as part of the American history myth. All right, so what we're trying to do, the only sure way that she won't spend a day in jail, because the woman's lost everything. She lost everything standing up for us. She lost her husband. Her church rejected her. She lost all fair weather friends left her. They all gone. She lost her car. She ain't got a car. You got people letting their cars and stuff. And the judge ruled her indigent. You spend $500,000 on lawyers, it's gonna cost you. We're gonna be broke. I'm gonna be broke. I don't know about y'all, but the judge ruled her indigent, so now she has a public defender. And you know, a guaranteed way to go to jail, get you a public defender. You will see some jail time. Yeah, you know that. Y'all got that much. Everybody got that much to know. You don't want a public defender. I want to help. Because they start pleading as soon as they get it, right? I plead, okay, give me 5 years, minister, but give me 2 years. So I won't do 20 with this public defender. So basically what we're trying to do, and anybody knows anything about the pardon system in the federal government, the president has the power to pardon anybody in any step of the investigation, including and then up to sentencing. The president can pardon you before you're sentenced. A lot of people don't know that. Donald Trump pardoned Michael Flynn, General Michael Flynn. And by the way, I'm a retired Lieutenant Colonel of the Army, United States Army, 2 tours in Iraq. General Flynn is a disgrace to the United States Army. This man advised the president to suspend the Constitution and declare martial law over a lie that the election was stolen. And you have Republican judges saying no, the election wasn't stolen, fool. Stop that. And he's still saying it, and people still believe it. And that man might be president again. And yes, he might be president. A lot of people want that man to be president. Y'all might hate him. Everybody don't hate him. Some people think he's the orange Jesus. Okay? The orange Jesus. So, we know Jesus wasn't white, but was he orange? You know, I mean, well, anyway, I'm not gonna get into anybody's religions, but that I don't understand, and I know y'all understand either, but some people do. But at any rate, what we're trying to do again, Ishagara, Hannibal L, the Marine over here, in the stripes, beside the African drum, and the kufi, he's got the petition forms. We're trying to get 100,000 names. I spoke to Al Sharpton, who has the president on speed dial, not because the president likes him, but because no Democrat can win the White House without majority of black vote. Understand that, all right? And what year is this? It's election year, right? So, we got our sister jacked up, about to get a high-tech lynching, all right? So we know what we got to do. We got to get 100,000 signatures on that petition. 100,000, yeah, well, she needs money too. No, I don't need no money today. This is what I want you to do. If you want to help her, she's broke because she can't get a job. She wants to work, but they're not going to hire her with all those charges over here. No law firm's going to hire you with 30 years paying over your head. So even if she wants to work, she can't. They suspended already? Okay, because I know they had launched an emergency petition to suspend her law license before sentencing. That's never been done before. That's never been done before. And that was the whole idea, was to take away her power. They want to find something that they get her on, and they take a law license. They put a guy for jaywalking or spitting on the sidewalk. That's what you gotta understand. So black people watch the news saying, oh, she shouldn't have did it. You don't know what you're talking about. Go to www.baltimore.org and you find out she didn't do nothing. You got 2 lawyers that analyze that. Angela Ryan, another one. Tiffany Cross is there too. They explain why she hasn't done nothing and why she ain't guilty of nothing. All right? And the judge, if you sat in the court, you would have found out that the judge was actually hiding evidence from the jury. So you think, just because somebody had a jury of their peers, fair trial with a judge, okay, the trial wasn't fair, the judge was not impartial, I sat there. And you wasn't there, I don't care if you F. Lee Bailey, I don't care if you Johnny Cochran, if you wasn't in that court, you don't know what the hell you talking about. You had to see that nonsense for yourself. All right? And go to www.baltimore, the number 4, it's on your flyers. And I said the young man here, the Marine, Ishagara, he has flyers if you didn't get one. It's www.baltimore, the number 4homes.org, and you'll have that analysis by those lawyers to explain why that trial was a joke, it was a sham trial. And she's got triple charges. I ain't saying that name, but trumped. She got trumped up charges. Trump up charges, okay? Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say Trump up charges.
Yeah.
So let's just give a sit up. Let's help this out. And let's stop this high-tech lynching.
The other day,
you understand?
Vibration, my people.
Who here don't understand what I just said? How many of y'all think Marilyn Moses kills herself? Before you say that, go to that website and get the facts from a black attorney team. Don't just believe in everything you see in the corporate media that's controlled by a billionaire who controls the Sun paper and the Fox 45. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Okay? Alright, so with that, I'm gonna turn this festival back over and we're gonna celebrate this great young lady. But please stop, read your flyers, go to visit that website, and we ask for donations of $10. $10. So if 100,000 people get $10, how much is that? That's $1 million. We need $10. If your brothers here, if we get 1,000 men to donate $10 a week, that's $10,000 a week, right? Yeah. The elephant is eating a piece at a time, not the whole elephant. All right. Let's do that. I know most of us can afford $10. Even if you get a Social Security check, do it once a month, please. So, if she has no money, she broke. She broke. They broke her financially. They didn't bring her spirit, but they broke her financially. And with that, I thank you for your time.
I'd also ask Brother Tyrone. Tyrone is also the creator of HOMES, H-O-M-E-S, Home Ownership Mentoring for Economic Success. And he has been trying to, way before Nick Mosby and others, to do the Dollar House program again, using that same guidelines that had been used 30 years ago. So that's something, just like, you know, and I asked him to say a few words real quick for that. And then also, brothers and sisters, remember we in Baltimore in the 70s, we voted for rent control. You remember that? We voted for rent control and won. But then they squashed it. Judge, I think his name was Hillary Kaplan. That should be revisited. We vote. How can they just rescind the vote like that? Look that up. That Baltimore actually had voted favorably for rent control. Brother Tyrone Holmes, H-O-M-E-S.
I apologize. I don't dedicate most of my time to Marilyn Mosby. And as a matter of fact, my website is dedicated to Marilyn Mosby. And I didn't intend to talk about homes, but since the brother asked me to talk about it, I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. And by the way, before you leave here, go to East Shagara and sign that petition before you leave. All right? Now, homes. Now, you heard about Dollars program, right? The mayor had a Dollars program, right? That's some BS. In that program, you need $90,000. You need $90,000 to get a house, right? You got to have $90,000. You buy a house for $1, but you need $90,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. What fool has got $90,000 going to buy a house for $1, a broken down house? No, if you got $90,000, what a black person going to do is they're going to buy the house for $1 and they're going to get a BMW. The way it's bought. Y'all know that. I see y'all laughing, but y'all know that. So the way our program works, it is at the same website, but I donated the first page of my website to Marilyn Mosby, and I suspended my fight for this because of Marilyn Mosby. I don't want that sister left. So if you go to the back page, go to the menu, that same website on your flyer, my organization is called HOMES, Home Ownership Opportunity and Mentorship for Economic Success. And the way it works is, you buy the house for $1, right? But as the dollar is not the subsidy. The 1% interest loans from the city or the state is the subsidy, not the dollar. The dollars is the sales gimmick to get your attention. All right? So let's say it costs $200,000 to put a house together. It ain't gonna cost that much. At 1% interest, that's $600 a month for the mortgage. $600 a month. Who can afford a $600 a month mortgage? Anybody here? Who cannot afford a $600 a month mortgage? All right, so now we're tracking, right? So the subsidy, again, is not the dollar. It's the 1% interest loans. That's what Schaefer used. Now, Schaefer couldn't get the banks to collateralize the loans. So what he did was he got the city to lend people the money. And just like they let Cameron Blake $650 million, y'all remember that? That's the same year this bill was passed. This bill passed. A lot of people don't know it. That bill passed back in 2017. It was Resolution 1737R. It passed unanimously. Brad Scott voted for it. Jack Young voted for it. They just not put no money to it. They gave the money to Cameron Blake. They said $650 million out of your treasury, the bank will never get back. The bank will never get that money back because his business model has failed. His business model has failed. So they gave this fool, we have all this admiration for billionaires and billionaire worship. You don't get this fool $650 million out of the city coffers, and now you're not gonna get it back. He got your money. He don't live in Baltimore. Kevin Blake is a billionaire. He don't need that money. The people need it. The people need it. So please go to that website, go to the menu. When you're done helping Marilyn Mosley, help Marilyn Mosley first, go to that menu and insist that they do the thing right. 1% of instant loans. The only thing you need, you don't need no $900, you don't need no $90,000. What you need is to show that you work for 1 year or you're retired. Show that you work for 1 year or you're retired. And you had to pay your rent or mortgage on time for a year. That's the same thing they do with the veterans. I'm a veteran. When I went to get my loan, all they asked me for is, did you work for a year? And did you pay your rent on time, mortgage on time for a year? That's all they want to know. Because they were reducing my mortgage. They didn't care. They know if I can pay $1,500 for a year, they know I can pay $600 a year. So why you don't have to go get my side door and ask all those stupid questions? So that's how it works, all right? And I thank you for your time.
Beautiful, Brother Tyrone. Thank you so much. So we'd like if you would stand up. Sister Jasmine Jones from the Center for Social Concern is going to sing the Negro National Anthem, the Black National Anthem, the African Heritage National Anthem. If we could stand, that would be great. Then she's going to follow it with Strange Fruit. Sister Jasmine.
Thank you, Elder Governor. It is a blessing to be here. And let's join together in a song that acknowledges our shared commitment to the struggle, that acknowledges our ancestors, and that acknowledges that we have a true way forward. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song. Sing a song full of great that dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with the steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our Father sighed. We have come. We have come over the way that tears have been watered. We have come treading the path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from a gloomy past, till now we stand and laugh, where the whites gleam. gleam of our bright star is cast. And because we're here to celebrate the birthday of this shining star, and to remember that lynching did not end when she sang this song, and we continue to face the daily onslaught of oppression, we'll remember her with strange fruit. Southern trees bear a strange fruit. Blood on the leaves, blood at the roots, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze. Strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree. Pastoral scene of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolia, sweet and fresh. Then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Now here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to suck, for the sun to rot, for the tree to drop. Now here is a strange and bitter
Charlie, beautiful.
Beautiful, sister. Did you want to say anything about the Center for Social Concern?
The Center for Social Concern is at Johns Hopkins University. The mission of the center that I direct is to help Hopkins students become active citizens in the city of Baltimore, so that they're not just sitting in a bubble, but that they get out, that they get to know the community, the needs of the community, the concerns of the community, so that when they become researchers, when they become politicians and doctors and lawyers, they will have the heart of the community that guides that work. I brought just a few bags, the same that I'm carrying, from a conference we held that was called the Reparative Arts and Community Engagement Conference. They're on the table, and there are brochures for the center if you have curiosities or questions. We're so glad to support for 3 years now, and we plan on always being in partnership to celebrate Billie Holiday's birthday with you all. Thank you. Elder W wants to say one more thing. He invites me because in 2010 I started a program, a theater arts engagement program in Liberia, West Africa, and my commitment really is to helping us tell our stories as a global Africa people. No matter where we are in the world, we are one. We are not a minority, we are the global majority, and that is in our blood. So the name of the organization is called B4 Youth Theater. They're on all the social media. It stands for Burning Barriers, Building Bridges. A blessing to be here. Thank you all so much.
So we have, thank you so much. Please check out the Center for Social Concern. So Baltimore has a lot of resources. We have a lot of frames of reference. You know, there's a saying, I think I originally got it from the Quran, that says the messenger is not responsible for anything but the delivery of the message. And God has blessed our people with a whole lot of messengers. Let's be honest. We don't move on it enough. Like with Brother Tyrone talking about the house. You know how James Brown said, get on up. Now they got 18,000 vacant properties. Why aren't we doing more? Be more in Baltimore and do it. Sister Karen has created a wonderful poem for this day. Brother James Reed and Brother Charles, if you would like to speak to us at some point about, you know, the statue, you're more than welcome, sir. But you know, if it hadn't been mentioned earlier, you know, Mayor Schaefer didn't allow the statue. Did you already talk about that? Okay, well that's good, Sister Karen.
Especially for this day, for Lady Day's birthday. Before, I went to an elementary school here in Baltimore called James Mosher School, number 144. They changed the name of the school to Billie Holiday. And a lot of the alumni who were my age were insulted. And I did some research. James Mosher was a slave owner. And they prefer having the slave owner's name to put Billie Holiday. That, no, they didn't reject it, but they're very angry about it. The alumni. And those, well, I do. A lot of them are doctors, lawyers, and Indian chiefs. But they care more about, you know, well, okay, the name of my poem is The Spirit of Lady Day. The Creator has a special way that cannot be denied. Can you hear me, Edna? The Creator has a special way that cannot be denied. He uses those he chooses, and he places gifts inside of some whose lives, it seems, show only grief, turmoil, and strife. Still, they contribute beauty, and they elevate in life. The fact these folks are valuable, some people won't agree. And only those who are conscious, who can look beyond, will see.
Hello, ma'am.
One person such as this is our own Billie Holiday.
Hello.
And that is why we speak of her. Her life has
She blocking my view.
She had no formal training of any kind in music.
Thank
Never.
you. I know.
But her raw and soulful talent changed the world of jazz forever. Her phrasing, changing tempo, and her own improvisation
inspired
a new way of jazz and sound manipulation. She became known as Lady Day. Such lovely gowns she'd wear. She showed a royal elegance with flowers in her hair. Born Eleanor Fagan, out the gate she had it tough. Teen parents, lived in brothels. For her, life was always rough. A school dropout, delinquent, legal troubles. She did time. A young victim of rape and also drug abuse would find its way to Billie's wretched life, and still there would be more. Treachery and physical abuse were things she would endure. Such sorrow, disappointments, government manipulation, and clandestine betrayals, and gross race discrimination. The cards were stacked against her. The stars were not aligned. But somehow Billie's legacy was blessed by the divine. She integrated nightclubs at a time when segregation and separate facilities were legal in this nation. Yes, everyone wanted to hear the gifted Lady Day. There was magic in her singing. People could not stay away. Turn these pages. Oh God, I'm gonna need some help. I have tremors and they come sometimes. Her shows were very popular, so she used her voice to share. She ended most performances to leave a message there. She sang a song called Strange Fruit and confronted straight and bold racism in America and lynchings cruel and cold. Whites wanted to keep blacks suppressed and used humiliation to keep them in their place, along with gross intimidation. Now, lynching is what whites would do to intimidate blacks. In Billy's time, these lynchings were a frequent, common fact. These lynchings were like festivals to whites. It was great fun. The men, women, and children came to frolic in the sun while blacks were hung and burned alive to make them live in fear. Whites took dead black men's body parts to keep for souvenirs. Now, Billy's song made white folks see race hate was real and hot. Some became sympathetic. There were others who were not. Was that finished? Especially the government. The Federal Bureau of Narcotics was chosen to harass her. They schemed and planned and plotted to keep her in conspiracies, making sure drugs were around. They used the problem that she had to taunt and bring her down. The courts, the jails, the disrespect they orchestrated strong.
Yeah, Uncle Charlie.
Tried to force her not to sing, revealing racial wrongs. One of the first real protest songs in the movement towards civil rights, Our Lady Day refused to stop. She sang it every night. Thus, she inspired others with her bold tenacity to speak against injustice using their celebrity. Like the phoenix, she has risen to transcend the ash and shame that people burden Billy with. We now honor her name. Her great impact on jazz and music cannot be denied. She will live on in history with dignity and pride. For all the influence she had inspired her to play. Posthumously, she's recognized in many halls of fame. National Public Radio millions made their listening choices to name our Billie Holiday in their prized top 50 voices. And Rolling Stone, the magazine, has made a list to find Billie Holiday as #4 greatest singers of all time. There have been many movies made to see her life with speed, and countless books on Lady Day for those who like to read. She sold out at Carnegie Hall, got Grammys posthumously, and lots of other honors that now all the world can see. But putting these honors aside, she gave the world much more. Her indomitable spirit is what made our Billy soar. Her courage and diversity, her triumph over all the forces that tried hard to put her down and see her fall.
Uncle Charlie.
Her spirit rises up for justice and for truth, gives hope to those among us who had problems in their youth. She shows us not to focus on success she made.
Hold it first. Okay, yeah, hold it first.
Strength and courage.
I'm recording, so you're gonna record what I'm doing, okay? I'm recording, so you're gonna record what I'm putting in the kit.
See, this concept may sound strange, but those who have hardships in life can still champion for change. Her life shows us to keep the faith, to not have any doubt.
Sing first.
No matter what your lot has been, don't let them count you out. The government and hard life tried to conquer Lady Day, but still, she triumphed overall. God worked it out that way.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Sister Karen, for your kauma, your creativity. At this time, brothers and sisters, we like to sing happy birthday to Sister Billie Holiday. And right after that, Sister Sherry Woodley is going to come on and perform. We want to sing happy birthday to Stevie Wonder Way. And we have a cake from the Avenue Bakery that Brother James created. That's a dream, because we want to start slicing that. So make sure everybody gets a slice, okay? Brother Andrew's going to put the flowers in the sister's hand. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Come on, feel it. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Sister Sherry Woodley. Sister Sherry, thank you. Come over and get a piece of cake.
Hello, everybody. Can I get 4 volunteers to come up here with me, please? I have a gift for you if you come. Can I get 3 more volunteers to come up here? Stay up here with me, though. You gotta stay up here with me, though. Okay. You too? All right. This is my background singers for the day. They didn't know it. Y'all don't have to sing anything, but all I want you to do is move for me, all right? Does any of y'all got any haters? Do you have any haters? Any haters? Y'all not guilty of hating, are you? Okay? But this song is for anybody. You guilty, well, this song is definitely for you. because I got sick and tired of my haters. And I got something for anybody out here that's hating today. This song is for you. And I hope and pray that this song changes your heart after you hear the song, okay? All right, track number 4. Can you bring it up for me? Please? All right, come on, move from side to side. Come on, y'all, my background dancers. Come on. Swing those hips, y'all. Come on. Yeah, there you go. Come on. Y'all like my dances? Y'all like my dances? Check this out. I ain't got time for people, phony as they can be. They can't stand to see another prosper. Really bothers me. Stop looking at other people, talking behind their back. Cause what you see and then you like, or something that you relax. If you hear me, sounds like you. What I say, it is you. I just came to let you know. All your hating, time to let it go. Hater, time to hate it. Oh yeah, hater, time to backbiting. Oh yeah, hater, in spite of all God loves you. Oh yeah, now hater, he only wants the best for you. Listen, y'all, there's one thing you got to understand. When God made you, had a master plan. He gave you something you can't hide. Gifts and talents, place to be beside. God knew you before the start of time. Gave you your name before you did it, mom. Stop off, nigga, beginning it. Said he hates, but he loves you, my friend. If you hear me, sounds like you. What I said, it is true. I just came to let y'all know. All your hate, time to let it go. Hater, talk about hating. Oh yeah, hater, talk about backbiting. Ooh, hater, spite of all God loves you. Oh yeah, now hater, he only wants the best for you. I'm gonna say it again 'cause I ain't got time for people. Only they can't be. They can't stand see another hostile. Really bothers you. Stop looking at other people, talking behind their back. What you see is that you like, something that you like. If you hear me, sounds like you. What I said, it is true. You said you came to let y'all know. All your hate, time to let it go. Don't look at me like that. Come on now. Come on, hater. You a hater. Yeah, we got a lot of hate going on. As you can see, we got a lot of hate in our government. In our government. In our government, right? We got haters, guess what? On the job, we got haters all up in our family. That's right. You know what? You know what I'm trying to do? When you see your hate, do like this, y'all. Stop it. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. And you hate him, and you love him, okay? That's how you win. Give him some love. That's how you win. That's right. Hey. No more hate, y'all, right? No more hate. No more hate. Remember the melody, okay? La 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 la. Right? There we go. Tell your haters.
I just wanted to explain one thing, right? Yes. My name is Ade Obatokumbo, and I I want to explain about who and why I hate. All right? When I explain who I hate, you'll understand why I hate. All right? But first of all, you have to understand that I love. All right? I love my people. I love my ancestors. I love my heroines and heroes. But there are entities whom I hate. I hate racist crackers. I always will. No, I hate them. And I hate niggas. They got the same melanin as we do. But all they do is what the cracker created them to do. To hurt black people. So that's who I hate. Crackers, niggas. But the people I love. All power to the people. Black power to black people. And Panther power to the vanguard. Amen.
Beautiful. Sharing your thoughts, brother. Yes, sir. Beautiful. Yes, sir. Brother Kenyatta. Yes, sir. And we have, can I show this for a minute? Everybody, please make sure you get this as a souvenir. Brother Bill has passed them around, but if not, they're over there on the table. It's a, it's an archives, so we can come here every year and do this. Brother Leslie, Kenyatta Howard, brother Kenyatta.
Peace and blessings, everybody. Hope you're having a great day here at Billy's Holiday. Birthday celebration. My name is Leslie Kenyatta Howard. I'm a lawyer. I was pleased and blessed to work with Brother Reed. He's struggling trying to keep the statue and maintain his right. So we want to give him honor and praise on this day as well. Keep his memory alive with Billy Holiday. Thank you, Charles. Give me a minute, I need to wet my whistle. See a couple of songs, a couple of freedom songs if I might. For Brother Okay, so this first freedom song I'd like to share with you all, it's called African Violet, and it's by Brother Terry Collier. It goes a little something like this. Well, African violet, ain't you through dreaming yet? With all your roots so deep, how come you're still asleep? Afro-American, I tell you like a friend, try to remember my dears, we're only strangers here. My heart is in Zimbabwe, because my friends are there. Well, African violet, sometimes your eyes are wet. So many dreams you keep, and well, so many tears you weep. Afro-American, I tell you like a friend, try to remember my dears, we're only strangers here. Now I know you've always done the hardest chores. You cook the food and you scrub their floors, and your sons and daughters fought and died in their wars. How quickly they forget. Well, African African violet. Well, African violet, you never will regret. When all these trials are done, you'll see the rising sun. Afro-American, I tell you once again, try to remember, my dears, we're only pilgrims here. And I said freedom, I want to talk about freedom. Yeah, I said freedom, I want to talk about freedom, children, yeah. Well, a long time ago, in a land far away, some people come explore. One day they see beautiful children running through the sunshine, yeah. They say we take these peaceful people to another time and place. Make them slave from day to day, heaping dirt upon their face. Children, yeah, yeah, yeah. Children, yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll bring them in chains, take away their names, keep on them disgrace, then remove them from this place, and multiply their fields for 450 years. Then you tell them they are free, but remove from them the means to be. Well, African violet, yeah, 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 yeah. African violet, yeah, 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 yeah. African violet, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, African violet, yeah, 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 yeah. My people. Because my friends are there. Heart is in their ball. Because my friends are there. And I said freedom. Well, sweet, sweet yeah, hope y'all like that one. That was African Violet by Terry Collier. We're going to do another one for you. This freedom song is by Brother Gil Scott Heron, and it's called Winter in America. And for the Indians who welcome the pilgrims, and to the buffalo who must roll the plains, and for the vultures circling beneath the dark clouds, looking for some rain. Said they're looking for some rain. And just like the city staggered on the coastline with twin towers, struggled but they died in vain. And now democracy is ragtime on the corner, hoping for some rain. Looks like they're hoping for some rain. And now it's a winter. It's winter in America. And all of the healers have been killed or sent away. But the people know it's winter. Winter in America. And ain't nobody fighting, 'cause nobody knows what to say. The Constitution, a noble piece of paper with free society, struggle but they died in vain. And now democracy is ragtime on the corner, hoping for some rain. Looks like they're hoping for some rain. And I see the eagle perched on barren treetops, watching last-ditch races marching across the floor. And like the peace signs that vanished in our dreams, never had a chance to grow. Never had a chance to know. And now it's winter. It's winter in America. And all of the healers have been killed or betrayed. But the people know it's winter. It's winter in America. And ain't nobody fighting, 'cause nobody knows what to say. Save your soul, 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 save your soul,
Get a man.
save your soul, save your soul, save your soul, save your soul. Yeah, so that's Winter in America by Brother Gil Scott Heron.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we're gonna finish this one up with the Billie Holiday jam. I know she's a lady, and most of the time it's kind of strange for brothers to sing a Billie Holiday song, but we just want to pay honor and respect to the Queen. So this one is called "Don't Explain." Well, hush now, don't explain. You're my joy and pain. I'm glad you're here. Don't explain. Try to hear folks chatter, 'cause I know you cheat. Right or wrong, it don't matter when I'm with you, sweet. But you know I love you, and my love is yours. My heart is screaming of you.
Hey, my brother.
'Cause I'm so completely yours.
What's on, big bro?
I'm sorry, my beautiful love. Don't explain.
What's up, man?
You're my
Yeah, beautiful,
I'm
beautiful.
glad you're there.
Yeah, man, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you say yeah like you're doing it, I'm gonna go
You
buy
know
it.
that I love you.
Yeah, bro, blessing.
And my love endures. All my thoughts are of you, 'cause I'm so completely yours. Try to hear folks chatter, 'cause I know you cheat. Right or wrong, it don't matter when you're with me, sweet. So hush now, don't explain. You're my joy and pain. I'm glad you're here. Don't explain. Billie Holiday.
Blessing.
Beautiful brother Kenyatta, cross between Gregory Porter and Gil Skirther. Beautiful brother. Yes, sir. We are very fortunate to have Brother Charles Louder with us. And Brother Charles was a dear friend of Brother James Earl Reed, the creator of our statue. Brother Charles, please.
Beautiful. It's great to be out here today. So what's going on, man? Jim Reed and I shared. Man, thank you for the pictures, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, okay. All righty. Everybody hear me? Jim Reed and I shared our learning processes together at the Maryland Institute back in the early 1960s. I was there.
Bro, come on, bro. We're trying to hear, man.
Studios when he gave life and birth to the Billie Holiday Memorial Statue. He worked on that many hours, many days, many years. He played her music, and I even went with him when he bought the gown that his models wore to model for this statue. I'm proud, happy, pleased, and excited to have been a friend of my dear friend Jim Reed. He made it a lot easier for artists like myself and others. He did things that other artists hadn't thought about doing. He went to the Supreme Court to have him give him total rights to his production and creation of this statue so that others would be able to get past their legal creative endeavors. Thank you, Jim Reed. Thank you, Billie Holiday. Thank you all. See yourself, boy. Nigga, see yourself.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I have one question of all of you. How many of you ever attended the Royal Theater building where that green land is today? In the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, my buddies and I were 10 rows from the back, 12:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. We saw 2 shows, 2 movies, and we paid 50 cents to see the whole Motown Review. The M show was Marvin Gaye, Mary Wells, the Marvelettes, the Miracles. 50 cents, folks. Wow. And when the first show was over, we watched the movie the second time and then caught the second show. There was only one group in all those years who didn't change costumes. These guys had some beige suits on. They did a song called Desiree. They were called The Charts. In those 25, 30 years, they were the only group that didn't have enough money or make enough money to change costumes. Unbelievable. Pearl Bailey said to me, "Hello, honey," right there on that corner under that marquee. This was a liquor store right there at the corner where the church is. Guess who used to hang out in there? Red Fox. You know who was a drunk on stage all the time? Flip Wilson. It was amazing to watch that man develop into the first serious black comedy star of television. When he used to fall down on the stage over there. Tommy Hunt, originally with the Flamingos, is now 90 years old. Still going out on stage over in England. Last Thanksgiving, I had Terry Johnson, who grew up over on Watcote Street, one of those alley streets on the west side over here. Terry was here. He is the man who put together I Only Have Eyes for You with the Flamingos. He is 85 years old, and that night, November 25th, 2023, he sounded just as he did in 1959. Unbelievable. And by the way, last week, the Flamingos put out a new record. They're not dead. So it's wonderful. This is what we need to celebrate about Baltimore and Baltimoreans, folks. Don't let Fox get in your head with all the negativism about how terrible everything is. Right across diagonally on the next street is a building that's going to open up on July 2nd, dedicated to Thurgood Marshall. I don't know it that way. I know it as Mr. Bobby's place, Mr. Clarence Roberts' place, Miss Wasiola Mayall's place. I attended elementary school there from February of 1948 until June of 1954. I grew up 2 blocks up the street here at 1404 Myrtle Avenue. Always celebrate yourselves.
Chocho.
Just one more. To receive the greatest reward, give it to him bang. Are you willing to take just one more step?
Yeah, where are you?
Responsibility, disrespect, hate, jealousy.
So we're getting ready to, so we're getting ready to wind down. Does anyone else have a message to share? A song to sing? You know, I lived in Haiti for a while, and I came back home, and I lived back with my family on Myrtle Avenue, and I would sit out, and I would hear people walk up and down the streets hollering, "Testers, testers, testers." And at that time, I didn't know what that was. So I would ask some of the young people, what are they talking about? They said, "Brother Charlie, testers is free dope." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, they're going up and down the street. They know the dope is so good that after people test it, they got them." And you know, when Diana Ross did that Lady Sings the Blues movie, isn't that what she showed us? Billie Holiday and Miles Davis and John Coltrane and Charlie Parker and any other brother and sister that did drugs and was an incredible entertainer was put on the drugs. Just like our neighbors today are flooded with drugs and guns. Somebody said, "Brother Charlie, you know, some of this dope out in there is only $3. So they want us. But what do we want? That's where we are. We got to come clean with this civil war. Brother Judah would say, and maybe he might want to say something as we close, he would say how Billie Holiday was the first poster child for our people in the war on drugs. If you see pictures of her near the end, Brother Robert Cocky McQueen, one of my best friends, that's his artwork, the big blue picture over there, and we made it smaller to give to you as a souvenir. But we don't see her that beautiful a lot of time because she got worn out. Like we're getting worn out with this society, this culture. It's not us. And we got to make our young people realize they should be ashamed of themselves. All this cowardly killing. Here we had brothers and sisters sit at a lunch counter, get hot grease and hot coffee poured on them. And they were SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. And now we are SLICK, S-L-I-C-K, something like ignorance and cowardly killing. What you looking at? Gonna kill somebody because they looked at you, because they had on a different color shirt. Madness, like the last poets talked about. But we can come clean with this, make them be ashamed of what they're doing with their people and their history and culture. We going from NAACP, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, or the UNIA, Universal Negro Improvement Association, to NWA, Niggers with Attitudes, like Brother Ado when he said he's tired of niggers. Niggers with attitudes, niggers pulling triggers. We're being made caricatures of ourselves, and we're going for it. 50 years of hip-hop. To me, it's more years of self-induced mental retardation. Ashford and Simpson, Valerie Simpson had a song, One More Baby Child Born. Will he grow up to be president, or he be stuck in the ghetto cement? And by choice, we're getting stuck in this. All we gotta do is step out, like Donald Byrd, Spencer and I, and Brother Wusu used to have a program called Voices of Choice, and the song we had was Design a Nation from Donald Byrd's album, Stepping Into Tomorrow. So all we gotta do is step out of this. You know, like Roberta Flack, and then I'm gonna be quiet so Sister Shauna can come if no one else wants to come. Roberta Flack had an album called Go Up Moses. Remember how we would say, go down Moses, way down in Egypt land, tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. But after a while, you know, like Malcolm said, Master, is you sick, Master? Master, is you sick, then I'm sick too. But if we come out of that, Roberta Flack in her album Go Up Moses, her album was called Quiet Fire, I'm sorry. The song was called Go Up Moses. And she said, my people, let Pharaoh go. Instead of keep begging Pharaoh to let us go, let Pharaoh go. Let go to drugs, let go to alcohol, let go to mad culture, to disrespect, and let God. This is not our way. Empty churches. I think Providence has a good congregation, but too many of our churches are empty. Too many of our schools, temples, and masjids are empty. Where are the youth? Did the Pied Piper take them into the wall? Whatever it is, let's release them with love. And we can do this. We can do this. So we want to thank you so much for coming. And can you help us make sure, two things before we go, Sister Shauna, if you don't mind. One thing right before Sister Shauna. Brother Jackie Blake, you still got it out or you put it away? No, I want to ask you, did you play your song one more? Yeah, more so than even talk. Maybe that would be great. But Jackie did an original song to Billie Holiday when he first came. So we like to have him play that again, and then Sister Shauna will close us out. Help us keep the area clean, please. That would be great. Let's leave it better than we had before. Join us May the 11th. If you need a flyer, we up at the Wall of Pride and Respect, Cary in Cumberland for Motherhood and Womanhood. That's a Saturday. But a beautiful friend, James Blake, Brother Jackie Blake, did an original song to Billie Holiday, and then Sister Shauna. I appreciate your patience, beautiful lady.
Pain, happiness, all of life's emotions, but still willing to take just one more step. Experiencing all of life's turmoils, but still
Before I play this, I just want to say two things in progress. Two things that our adversaries do not want to recognize are the black soldiers okay, who died for our freedom. The idea was once a black man died with his blood and fought and died, then we could have constitutional freedom. I worked at the Supreme Court, but the bottom line is the black soldier, okay? Look that up. The other point you need to raise, the black scientist. How many people have ever gone to the drugstore? 8 times out of 10, Dr. Herman Branson may have had something to do with it. Dr. Charles Drew had everything to do with the blood bank, the black scientist. The final thing is the black female, so much promise. They're going to school, getting degrees. Great, great, great. Keep doing that. But the thing is, the female's at the heart and soul of the home. And the female can say to the young fella, no, I don't want you. I don't like you shooting and killing and this sort of thing. You want to progress, help your family? Read a book. Let the children see you read. Take them to the library and other places. This is called She Wore a Blue Gardenia.
Take a break, you know?
Yeah, I'm doing a movie. I'm making a movie. Okay. And I'm doing a documentary for a university. So this is what I do.
Oh, beautiful.
If you walk to my van, if you walk over there, I'll give you a news article.
Yes, definitely, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, come get it.
Yes, I'm coming. What is he talking about? Yeah.
Beautiful, Brother Jackie. Thank you so much, sir. So if anybody can help us take people home, that would be great. If you have, room in your vehicle, you can help take people home. That would be much appreciated. Even if you need a donation of gas, let us know. And as we conclude, we want to make certain that we clean up the area around us. If you need a calendar for the new year, and if we have them over on our table, make sure you get a slice of cake. So wonderfully, Sister Shauna is going to conclude for us today. She was with us when we were at Marcus Garvey Day, and we're coming back again for the 54th Marcus Garvey Day on August 17th, his birthday. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, Grandmother Edna's willing to help take someone home.
I got the white van right here. Somebody need a ride.
White, no, beautiful.
Well, that's her son.
And help us break down and clean up. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you don't live on Harlem. In the 28th. Oh. You ride up there, you get ready to go home? Yeah, they get ride with you. Memorial service.
So we're gonna close this thing out. My son is gonna accompany me, and whosoever will that has an instrument. It was being recorded. I'd like to apologize to the people who came to see me who didn't get a chance to, who came and left, to the big group just came and left, but that's fine. And we're gonna do this in honor of this beautiful icon, Billie Holiday, on her birthday celebration, right here at her memorial, right here in Baltimore City, historic Black Arts District on Pennsylvania Avenue. Ready? Right here at the historic Black Arts District. Right here is an honor to do this and let my voice be heard. With Autism Awareness Month, and right here on Billie Holiday's birthday. I appreciate if y'all not walk in front of my camera. Thank you so much. This is for promo.
Sorry.
Appreciate you.
Yo, I'm getting my record, yo.